All right. What's going on? We are back for another one. Another morning after show, baby. Yes, sir. You got the host KQKC and Knockout Boxing 86 TV. We are talking about the young G and the OG, baby. How you feel, KO?
Ah man, I'm chilling, ready. It was a good night of boxing. Got some playoff football today. I'm just, I'm living a sports fan dream right now, man. I'm
Oh,
excited.
yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely,
Yeah,
man.
the fights were great last night. Got a lot to
Uh,
talk about too on top of that. So I'm good, man. I'm ready to get this thing going.
Oh man, I know that's right, man. Because hey, I'm gonna do nothing but chill out, man. Because man, it's like 41 on the wind chill factor outside, so ain't nothing to do but sit back and relax, baby. Yes, sir. And kick your heels up and let them be pointing up towards heaven,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Man. But I mean, so what's going on in the sport of boxing, man? The fights last night, I think Top Rank, I think they had a great card. I think it was
Mhm.
better than last week. I will say that, but we had a couple good fights last night. I'm not mad at it, you know. So we can start off. I don't know about the prelim, but we can start off with the main card.
Yeah,
We
yeah, we can do that. You don't want to speak to the people in the building?
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah. We're
like
gonna
you,
get yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna
you
get to
don't,
that. Yeah, yes, sir. I
yeah,
forgot
you
about
don't
the
like them
people in the
come on.
building. Yes, sir, man. Oh man. I'm ready to talk about this fight, man. Yes, sir. We can talk about Shot Town Finest, baby. Appreciate that. All right, what's going on with you? We got all things up in here. What's happening? Mr. Mechanical, yes, sir. I appreciate that fondue. Yes, sir. All right. Lockefeller, what's going on with you? Oh, Corey Yellowman Jackson, baby. He said, "Good morning, OG and family, man. Nobody is competing with Beterbivei right now. He really is something special. Too strong for most fighters. Dimitri Bivol is the only one I can see hanging with him right now." Okay. Vincent Williams, what's going on, my Chicago brother? What's happening? All right. Icon Canadian, baby. Yes, sir. He was right there by the stadium. Yes, sir. Last night he was. Hey, Zoo M, what's going on with you? All right. Not me. It's in the building. All right. And we got Kevin Rice is up in here. What's up, Kev? How you feel, man? All right. God's son Don is up in here. And we got Boss Dog is up in here. What's going on, Boss Dog? We got Andre Noble in here. What's going on, Dre? How you feel, man? All right. Anthony Lathan, what's going on? Wow. Yes, sir. All right. We got my man Cedric in the super chat. All right. Yes, sir. He says, morning, KO and KQ. All right. Hey, I appreciate that, Cedric Walcott, baby. Yes, sir. Appreciate you always showing love. All right. Vance Chasm is up in here. Well, salute to you. All right. And the best dad ever is up in here. All right. He said Bill Turbia stops Bivol. I said it before. Remember this? Okay. Marcus, what's going on? All right. Yes, sir. Glad to see you, man. All right. D1 Boxing Breeze, what's going on with you, man? All right. Salute to you. All right. That's all we got right now. And good morning to everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed the fights last night. Hope everybody
Yes,
enjoyed the
sir.
call last night. And only thing about it, ESPN always have us waiting because remember, bottom is last on the totem pole. So that
Yeah,
means
they had
that
us waiting for some trash ass college basketball game. The score they scored 60 points.
wow,
They
man.
like they had Cincinnati. It was Cincinnati versus Baylor. And
Mm,
they got two halves. They got 40 minutes, and they can't even score more than 70 points, bro. They can't shoot. They can't dribble hardly. It was a
wow,
low scoring, boring ass game that went down to the wire. I was like, if this shit go to overtime, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna
man.
be mad. Don't nobody care about no damn high school. No college football. Nobody care about no college football. College basketball until March
That's
Madness, bro. That's the only
right,
time people
right.
care when it's March Madness when the big ass tournaments start, man. They got us watching goddamn basketball in the game is trash. The dudes can't even shoot. They can't even score. No disrespect to them young man, but damn, bro, get them off my screen. I'm trying to watch some boxing.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
So yeah,
They always do that
that
to us, but
bullshit, man.
don't be surprised because see, bottom on the last of the totem pole knockout, and ESPN might give top rank the boot, in the next year or two. And that's where it's looking, So,
That'd be
but we'll
great. Bring
see.
your ass on over here to Prime. That'd be great. Bring your ass on over here to Prime so we can get these fights. Get your ass under one roof.
Oh yeah, oh
Get
yeah,
your ass under one roof so we can get the fights we want to see. So yeah, they contract is up in 2025. So we don't
right.
know if they're gonna renew or what they're gonna do, but definitely it's decision time coming for the networks and for Top Rank. So we'll see what happens, man.
Oh yeah. All right, all right, all right, all right. I see you. Teach. What's going on with you, man?
What
All
up,
right,
Teach?
all right.
So
Yes, sir.
so
All
OG,
right.
I wanted to ask you, man.
Yes, sir.
This this Saudi Arabia thing, because I've started a conversation over on my channel. I'm sure the conversation is going to continue. I heard Bob Arum make some comments, and let me see if I can find them real quick. Bob Arum, because I want to read them to you, and
Okay.
I think Saudi Arabia is not the best for boxing, but it's a lot of people that disagree. But I wanted to get your take on. Let me see if I found them. Here we go. Let me see. I think these are it right here. Okay, so he was asked about Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson fight, and this is his entire quote. He says, "Tank Davis is an excellent fighter and a big attraction. So sure, we like to match Stevenson, Lomachenko, and Lopez against Tank Davis and see how well they do. I like our guys to win the fight. All three would beat Davis. I really believe that, but that's why they do the fights, right? Again, we're open to any of that. I think Davis is the real deal. That's why we're talking about him. He's a hell of a performer, a terrific athlete, and a terrific boxer. But so are the other three. Um, then this is the main part I wanted to talk about. He says the way it will probably happen, where everything is happening, is the Saudis. They might decide to do the fight after Ramadan this summer and cut the checks to the fighters, and that ends any kind of discussion of who gets what percentages. The stuff about A side and dictating terms, that's total and complete nonsense. Once you settle on the money and work out the percentages, then everything else is easy. Everything else is nonsense. But again, if we start talking about A side and B side, then nothing happens. They just trade insults with each other, and that's childish. That's why a lot of fights haven't happened, because people involved in the sport, sometimes even us, have been very childish, arguing about stuff that doesn't even matter. What do you think of that, man?
Well, I agree with you. Now, I don't think it's good for boxing because, see, first of all, you have to think about. Okay, yes, the money is there, no doubt about it. But see, when the money is there, you don't have to sell the fight. You don't have to do nothing but sit back and travel over there and fight. That's
Mm-hmm.
basically it. The fighter don't have to lift no type of weight. All right, nothing falls on the fighter. Everything just, hey, your paycheck is ready. Just go in there and fight. You don't have to do anything but be in shape and go in there and fight. But wait a minute. What's most important to a fighter? And that's his fans. His fans is the most important to him. And
Mm-hmm.
most of the fans cannot afford to go to Saudi Arabia. Most of them don't want to go to Saudi Arabia. So, no, I like the back and forth banter. That what sells a fight. That what makes a fight great. So yes, I know they customs. I know that they got a limited amount of money over there. I get that. But see, why? And I get it, you want to work smart, not hard. But in boxing, you have to work hard. And the rewards pay off. So I don't think it's good for boxing. I think it's just an easier way for these fighters to make money, to make good money, where they shouldn't be making the money. Of course, Bob gonna say that because Bob is cheap. Bob don't want to pay nobody. So that's how I look at it. I think
Mm-hmm.
right now boxing is an American sport, and it's a world sport. Yes, it is. But we want to see our fighters. We want to be in the stands and cheer them on. And of course, he can't take, or the fighter can't take all his fans with him. So Saudi Arabia, they just using us And I'm gonna be honest, they're using us like a circus, all right, to entertain their people over there. They don't care about boxing. They don't know the rules and regulations of boxing. They just see what they see, and that's it. It's a
Mhm.
sport, just like back in the days. It's like an arena, right? You go in the arena, and you go in there like gladiators, and the best come out the winner. So no,
Mhm.
I think it's bad for boxing, man. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I
So here,
think Davis should stay over here and fight because he making the money. Why should he go over there? He making the
Mhm.
money, and this is a challenge for American fighters. Knockout. All
Yeah,
right. If you want to get paid, you're gonna have to win. You have to grab a belt. You're gonna have to no. See, if you go over there, ain't no incentive. You don't have
yeah.
to really work hard. So that's all I got. Go ahead. I'm on
It's
knockout.
it's a shortcut, right? It's,
Right.
it's it's nothing but a shortcut. So the reason that people are doing that, I want everyone to take note of a couple of things. When Bob Arum, he's talking about Shakur Stevenson, right? And then Eddie Hearn is talking about doing something like that with Devin Haney. I want everyone to take note of one important fact. When those two fighters are the A side, Eddie wants Devin to fight in America.
Right.
Bob wants Shakur to fight in America. When Shakur Stevenson was fighting against Frank Martin and they pulled out the fight, or he fought against Edwin De Los Santos, they had that fight right here in Vegas. Why? Because Shakur Stevenson was the A side. Bob Arum could dictate terms, and he could make sure that his side had the fight on ESPN. See, what's happening with these promoters is that they want to go to Saudi Arabia when their fighter is the B side because they can't control anything. But if they let them go to Saudi Arabia and Saudi is willing to overpay them,
Right.
then what? Then now your 10% cut that you're getting is more than you would have got if your fighter had to go over there and fight on the A side's platform. So all this is a way for them to render all the hard work that guys like Canelo Alvarez, guys like Tank Davis did here in America to build their fan base. They're trying to render it useless. They're trying to say that it doesn't matter. But just put yourself in that position. If you were going into a deal with someone and you're the one with the fan base, you're the one with the platform, you're the one that people pay to see. Are you going to allow someone to render all of that useless and make it not mean anything? Also, they can have some sort of leverage in negotiating with you. Because keep in mind, Tank Davis's team, Canelo Alvarez's team, which are one and the same because they're both fighting on PBC right now,
Mm-hmm.
they're all on Amazon Prime. So what they won't tell you is that they're the ones with the Saudi deal. So this is just a way for Bob Arum to try to say, "Oh, that shit don't matter. Just let Saudi pay the fighters, and then what y'all think is gonna air on the same one, the ESPN Plus." It's just a way for Eddie Hearn to say, "Oh, the A side, B side don't matter. So we can just let them pay the fighters, and then they can just have the fight." But what network you think that's gonna air on? It's gonna air on the Zone. No one is doing that, bro. No one is doing that. And the argument that we would get the fights, which I see from not me, that's not the way to get it. That's not the responsible way, in my opinion. The
Right.
responsible way is to say, no, bro, you trying to work to be the same thing he is. If you Shakur Stevenson or you're David Morrell or you're David Benavidez, you're trying to work to get what Canelo and Tank Davis have, and that's fans, that's being on pay-per-view, that's all the things that they work for. You're trying to work towards that because you want to be a superstar like they're a superstar. So to try to take that away from them by saying that our biggest stars here in America got to go to Saudi Arabia to get a fight, no, no, sir, no, ma'am. The way to get the fight is in the prudent way, and the way in the smart way is say, bro, like you gotta you're gonna have to bend to the whim of the A side. The same way that Regis Prograis had to bend to Devin Haney whim. He had to fight
Right.
Devin Haney in his hometown, even though he was the champion.
Mm-hmm.
It just is what it is. The same way that Edwin had to bend to Shakur's whim. That shit was for a vacant title. But Shakur got more money than Edwin. Wasn't no 50-50 split for the vacant. He had to bend to Shakur Stevenson's whim. What's going on with fan bases and promoters and fighters is very simple. A side, B side don't matter when you the B side. When you the A side, you want all that shit. You want your goddamn, you want it on your network. You want if your fighter has a good following in his hometown, you gonna make the motherfucker fight in his hometown. Your fighter's gonna get more money so you can get a bigger split. Oh, that shit matter then. That A side, B side shit, it matters when you the A side. But what's happening is when these promoters are on the short end of that shit, Now that shit don't matter to them no more. Oh, that's stupid. That don't matter. Like we can just let Saudi Arabia put on the fight, bro. I'm not watching Shakur Stevenson versus Tank Davis or Tank Davis versus Devin Haney. I will not be okay. Nowhere near being okay with watching that fight card start at 10 a.m. on a goddamn Saturday because they went over to Saudi Arabia to have the fight. So it just don't make no sense whatsoever for a star that's built his fan base. If you built up everything, you got $10 million live gates here in America, you got $100 million in revenue you doing in pay-per-view when you fight a really good dance partner. You got your fans able to come to the fight and shit because you done built your fan base. Ain't nobody that built all that shit giving it away all because somebody don't want to accept their status in the sport. And if egos come into play, like what the homie teacher saying, then that's on us as fight fans to be like, hold on, bro, you ain't really got no right to have no ego. Like this dude is bigger than you. This dude does more than you. You ain't got no right to have no ego. So you gotta bend to the whim. It does beat not getting it, but people are having egos, not me, that shouldn't even have egos in certain situations. When you go to the negotiation table with a Canelo Alvarez or Tank Davis, you got to check your ego at the door, man. Right. Like it just is what you got to check your ego at the door. And if we not calling on people to do that, then but instead saying, hey, you didn't work so hard for that shit, you check your ego at the door. You see what I'm saying? Hey, you that actually got the fans, you check your ego at the door and you go to a completely different country where your fans can't watch you. That shit ain't happening, bro. Yeah, that shit's not happening because they're showing you that they wouldn't do it. They're showing you that they wouldn't do it, bro. Wasn't nobody when Devin and Loma was going through that shit, and Loma wanted more money and Devin wanted more money. They had to keep pushing the fight back. Wasn't nobody talking about taking that shit to Saudi Arabia. Why? Because Top Rank felt like they can make more money off of it, and Devin felt like he had leverage over Loma, so he was pushing and pushing for more shit. Wasn't nobody talking about going to Saudi Arabia, bro. Wasn't nobody talking about that shit. People only talk about going to Saudi Arabia when they have no leg to stand on here in America. And promoters that can't make money off of their fighters here in America are talking about going to Saudi Arabia because I can send my fighter over there to where they don't care about making money on the event. They're going to overpay my fighter, and my 10% that I get from my fighter is more money than me just barely breaking even on the event, like Bob Arum did with Devin Haney and Lomachenko, like fucking Eddie Hearn did with motherfucking Devin Haney and Regis Prograde. Now I can just send Devin over to Saudi, have them give him a big ass bag, 10, 15 million. I get 10% of that, and that's more than I made on my event that I had here in America. So y'all gotta wake up to this shit, man. And then forget all of that shit for a second. Saudi's just bad for the sport because they don't care about making money. And when you get in the business and you don't care about making money, you're not gonna be good for that business because you're gonna get people to where what they can't build their fan base because they got to come over to your country to get the bag. Because Saudi ain't just if they was in it for the sport, they'd had a stars fighting in a whole nother country and putting up the money for it. They in it just for their entertainment. So they're putting up money right now, but you got to go do your press conference in Saudi Arabia. You got to fight in Saudi Arabia, and then the main event for the goddamn card comes on at 3 p.m. on a goddamn Saturday afternoon. When people is watching football and people got families and shit and they doing other shit. So it's not good, bro. It's just not good. It's gonna get guys like Beterbivei, Bivol, all these guys is going over there to get that bag. When that shit run out, now they gonna come back over to America. They gonna go to the UK. They're gonna be like, bro, we ain't got that type of money for you. You ain't making no money. Like, yeah, you got paid $15 million your last fight, but that event lost $50 million, bro.
Right.
They overpaid all of y'all. We're not gonna lose $50 million, $25 million, all because you want a big bag. People are it's a shortcut not for guys to have to work to build their fan base. And it's never good because it doesn't support the growth of the sport, and it doesn't support you getting it out the mud and really gaining a fan base and making people want to come watch you. You just taking a shortcut to an easy bag. And anytime there's a shortcut, that shit ain't gonna work, bro. So that's my thoughts on it, man. I think it's bad for the sport, and I think that it takes everything that guys who actually have fan bases have worked for. It tries to take it away. You trying to take people fan bases away all because you ain't got no fans. Nah, bro, we not riding with that. We're not riding that. No one ever wants to admit the way that you push for the fight, and it's harsh, but it's reality, but it's the truth. The way you push for a fight properly is you look at the two fighters, you say, who got the leverage? Oh, this guy got the leverage. Okay, guy without the leverage, you just need to do what the fuck he say. Sorry, bro. That's the way it worked. But no one wants to accept that unless their favorite fighter is the one with all the leverage. Then people accept it just fine. Then it's like, oh shit. Well, Devin got all the leverage. Shakur got all the leverage. Oh shit. They might as well. Shit. Frank Martin ducked his ass because Shakur had all the leverage, and Frank Martin should have just took the fight. Shakur ducked the shit out of Devin because Devin had all the leverage, and Devin should have just took the fight. But then when they don't have leverage and they get put in a situation where they might have to bend that knee, and they might have to do what they told, or they might have to have terms dictated to them. Then all of a sudden, oh man, they could just go to Saudi Arabia, man. And then it's forget leverage. Like, bro, shit funny, right, man. Like watching people like just flip and flop. This shit is funny when the answer's clear and it's right in front of your faces. So that's what I think the whole Saudi thing, man. I think it's bullshit, bro. I think
the crowd not the same. Yeah, the crowd not the same. You know, you go to a Gervonta Davis fight, and of course you see the crowd always standing up the first 2 rounds, waiting on something big to happen. Well, you're not gonna get that in Saudi Arabia. You know, they're not enthused like that.
And you see celebrities there. Like, ain't nobody pulling up to Saudi Arabia, bro. Like, Madonna ain't going to Saudi Arabia to watch a boxing match. She might go to New York, bro. You know what I'm saying? She might go to New York. Shit. Like, but she ain't going to Saudi Arabia, dog. Like,
right.
The casual fans and shit, they got all this money and shit. Like, they might, like, if the fight's in LA or Vegas, you know, they might leave. Like, Denzel might leave Los Angeles, bro, to come to Vegas to watch a big fight. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z and Beyonce might pull up to Las Vegas. They ain't pulling up to Saudi Arabia. They ain't got time for it, man. They ain't got time. It matters because the reason it matters not me, because that's how you grow the sport, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, growing the sport is about getting casual fans, getting celebrities to share that, hey, this is the popping ass place to be. Because they got millions of followers and shit. So they followers like, well, shit, Jay-Z said this is where we ought to go. So I guess I'll buy a ticket. Fuck it. Madonna said she's doing a concert the next day, and she said this is the place to go, so I might as well buy a ticket. Fuck it. So you missing out on marketing and shit when you take your ass over to Saudi Arabia, because ain't nobody going over there. You come out, listen, Shakur, Tank, Devin, because Teofimo, because these are the fights we talking about. Bro, them fights, when them fighters walk out here in America, oh, we going crazy. We going crazy. Like, it's going to be the most lit event of the year, probably. They walk their ass out in Saudi Arabia, everybody gonna just be looking at them like, okay, like, when does the fight? Like, it's not gonna be the same atmosphere. It's not gonna be the same fans. It's just I ain't fucking with it. Like, if you ain't no star, like, if you not involved with a star, I understand. So Beterbivei and Bivol, they not big names in the sport of boxing. Go get your bag, bro. Get that fight made. You know what I'm saying? Right. Fury and Usyk, okay, no problem, bro. Go get your fight made and shit. Go do your thing. Go get your fight made, because y'all don't sell anyway. But when you involved with a Canelo or when you involved with a Tank Davis, nah, bro, let them fight where they fans at. They done earned that shit, bro.
Yeah.
They done earned that shit. You can't take that shit away from them, bro. You can't. And for every Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk fight, or for every Beterbiev and Bivol fight, Francis Ngannou about to have 2 professional fights, and he done already fought the top of the division. Meanwhile, the other top 10 to 15 heavyweights been fighting their whole life. They ain't getting no shot. But Francis Ngannou about to fight Tyson Fury, and he about to fight Anthony Joshua. How the hell you gonna go 0-2 and them the 2 names on your resume? But the people that put on those fights are good for boxing? Nah, bro.
Right.
Nah.
Yeah. Man.
That's all I got on that though, OG.
All right. A shout out to D1. Boxing Briefs. Yeah, say Young G OOOG. All right, appreciate you. And shout out to Mark West in that Cash app.
Oh, yeah, I think he gave me one too. Let me see. Yeah, shout out Mark West, man. With the Cash App 5-piece, man. I appreciate you, Mark. Appreciate you, bro. I know, G. Go ahead. What's the first fight that we got to cover? Who was the first fight on that card? I forgot, bro.
Yeah, I forgot too.
Was it the Maloney fight?
Maloney. Well, Maloney. That was a great fight. Him
Yeah,
and
let's talk about that
Hernandez.
one. I'll look up the first fight. I can't. It's not coming to my mind. But Maloney and Saul Sanchez. Maloney defended his belt. That's an
Right.
early contender for fight of the year. In my
Yeah.
mind, it's still early, but that was a damn good fight. What you
Yes,
got
it
on that?
was.
What you got on that fight, man?
Well, shout out to Dub Right Side. What's going on, B Dog? Yes, sir. Kilo, what's going on? Man, listen. Maloney, he surprised me. He has gotten better. Last time I seen him fight, he wasn't as accurate as he has been. Now, of course, he did a lot of great body work. A lot of great body work. He was going from the left to right, liver. I mean, man, he was doing his thing. But Hernandez didn't come to lie down. And like you said in the chat last night, hey, Hernandez, he want to win. He come to win. And that's the way he was acting. He was cutting off the ring. He was the aggressor. He was making the fight. And of course, Maloney, he did a lot of lateral movement, moving from the left, moving to the right, get set, then punch. But Hernandez still was taking the punches. And then he caught him with a nice left hook and bust that eye open just a little bit on the top there. And I think that was a head clash too with it. I'm
Yeah.
not for sure. So but it was a nasty cut. But the corner, they kind of controlled it because it didn't go in the eye, it went on the side of the eye. So, but still in all, that was a good scrap. No, Hernandez, I think as the round went on, I think he got stronger. I think he got
Yeah.
stronger and he started pushing Maloney off. Now, Maloney looked like he was off balance a lot. And I think that's because Hernandez was hitting him right there on the equilibrium, and that would kind of put him off balance. But he reminded me of what Ryan Garcia was trying to do a couple weeks ago.
Hmm.
Maloney was giving him nothing but the left side, give him that shoulder, and he was trying to set up. He was trying to set up that right hand, but
Hmm.
he couldn't just land it correctly. But Hernandez, they was kind of neck and neck all the way
Hmm.
up to the championship rounds. Then I seen Maloney pretty much start shoe shining and doubling up on his punches and pushing Hernandez back and popping his head back at the same time. So, but it was a good scrap. It was a close fight. Other words, Mark Krieger had it tied up all the way to the end of the fight. But congratulations to Maloney because he pulled it out. He pulled it out and he dig real deep last night. He fought all the way last night. And I mean, he fought through a lot of adversity. A cut here and he had a couple of bruises here, but he was there. He was standing there and he was good to go. So hey, I like that fight. I ain't mad at that fight. That was a good fight, man.
It
So that's
was,
all.
man.
Yeah, that's all I got on it. Yeah.
It was a good fight. Maloney, he had the better lateral movement. In my opinion, he was the better boxer, and I thought he should have used that more. But maybe he got lulled into a brawl. Maybe he wanted to show Saul Sanchez that he was stronger than him. And as a result, we got a real good fight out of it. I think Maloney made it more difficult than it had to be. But they were fighting on the inside good. Neither one of them met a left hook that they couldn't land and shit. Like they were landing their left hook to each other body and head the entire night. And I don't want to say rock'em sock'em robots because they were trying to have some defense in there and be defensively responsible, but they threw a lot of punches and they both landed a lot of shots on each other. And I think the thing that gave Maloney the nod was he was pushing Sanchez back in key moments and trying to end the rounds stronger with flurries and stuff. And that's gonna stick in the judge's head. And at the end of the day, bro, he is the champion. So when you got a close ass fight like that where it could go either way or it's a draw,
Mhm.
I don't think the champion should lose his belt. I like to see him run it back if they don't have any better opponents for him, because it's not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot down there at 118 anymore. Now that Monster Inouye is not there anymore. Obviously, Nonito Donaire, I think he retired. So if they don't have no better opponents, I love Maloney versus Sanchez part 2. I think that'll be a damn good fight. But Maloney, to me, man, very good fighter. His 2 losses when he stepped up to Emmanuel Rodriguez and obviously Monster knocked him out. I don't know if he'll ever be like a top guy, but with 118 being maybe not the best division,
until maybe a Junto Nakatani gets there or a Jesse Bam Rodriguez gets there. I think he can defend his title a couple times, man. I think he can defend his title a few times. He's a good fighter. He gonna have to work on that defense, OG, and he gonna have
Right.
to work. And he cut easy. He always getting cut and getting swole up and shit. And you get cut against in the wrong place against the wrong person, that could be the end of the fight before it even starts. Because if they can mess your vision up, it could be a problem. So I like the performance, man. I thought it was a
Yeah.
damn good fight. I thought that Maloney, defended his title for the first time like a soldier, like a warrior. He always fights hard and always puts on a good fight. So exciting. I don't think it'll end up being fight of the year, but definitely early in the year. It's only January 14th, and we're only 2 weeks into the year. So far, it's probably been one of, if not the most entertaining fight that we've had all year up to this point. So I like the performance, man. That's really all I got on it. We'll see what's next for Jason Maloney moving forward. He'll be on somebody's undercard. Just a good fighter to put on the undercard of a bigger fight because you know he's gonna give you a good fight. So you throw him on the undercard, maybe the co-main event or the first or second fight on the main card. You know it's gonna get the crowd going. It's gonna be exciting, and the crowd will get ready to start cheering for the bigger fights you got later on in the card because he gonna always make sure that it's a good fight and it's an entertaining fight. So for that, I got mad respect for Jason Maloney. That's all I got on it though, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just want to say this. Maloney, like I say, very accurate with his punches. Great with his footwork. He does a great way of lateral movement, left, right. Then of course he working the jab as he moves, but the power he just couldn't get Hernandez out of there.
Yeah.
Now the accuracy was, man, I'm talking about spot on, but the power he just couldn't get him out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And it went the distance. It should have went the distance, but it did. That shows you what he got, and that shows you what Hernandez can take. So I mean, still in all, I mean, it was a good fight. I liked it, and of course, it already topped from last week. So,
Yeah.
but
Facts.
yeah, so that's all I have on it. Yeah.
Now I realized who the first on the card was, and then we can get into a couple of stories before we cover the last two fights. The first person on the card was Artur Beterbiev's clone, his little brother, Iman Kattar. He knocked that dude out in like the third round or whatever. That Russian with the white trunks on and the white gloves and shit on. That boy, bad boy, man.
I didn't see
That,
that one. Yeah.
that boy, he's a bad boy. Like he's 6-0 now with 6 knockouts. He from I don't know what it is, bro. When they from Russia and they from the Caucasus Mountains, because that dude over in the MMA, Khabib, that was him. He was from the Caucasus Mountains. That's where Beterbiev is from. And now this dude, Iman Kattar, OG, bro.
Wow.
That boy hit hard. He looked just like Artur Beterbiev. When I was watching him, he was wearing the same trunks and the same gloves that Beterbiev be wearing, them damn rival gloves that's black with the damn black trunks, and he be fucking people up. He be doing them dirty, and he beat the
Wow.
stuffing out this dude in the first fight of the card, bro. Beat the stuffing out of him. I'm talking about it's worth going back to watch just so you can say, ouch, watching this dude put a whooping on the dude. So he had light heavyweight too. Somebody for people to watch, man. Somebody for people to watch, man.
Okay.
Like the boy different. Like I know you said you ain't see the fight. What's up, Joseph?
Wait. Are you talking about the main card?
Yeah, it was the fight right before the main card started, man.
Oh, okay.
It was the one.
Okay.
He got the knockout in the third round, and the
Okay.
dude and it was against a tall the dude like a bald headed white boy like from Poland or something. Like he
Oh,
look,
okay. No, I see that. Okay.
bruh, that boy bad, man.
Wow.
That boy bad. Like you gotta go watch that boy. He like if you go to ESPN Plus, you can rewind it
Yeah.
and
I'm
you
gonna
can
watch
go
it.
to it. Oh my goodness, bro. It was something different. So but
Mhm.
anyway, moving on, bro. We can talk about Mbile. Christian Mbile called out Canelo after he beat the stuffing out of
Woo!
Roman Murdoch. Boy, that boy say he was hitting him with punches. I was like, dog, stop the fight, bro. Stop. Like
Man,
this dude getting his ass beat up. But Murdoch was game. He was trying to throw back and shit. He just couldn't. He couldn't handle what was coming to him, man.
yes,
He couldn't
sir,
handle what was coming to him. What you think of Mbile's performance, man?
man. Listen, this guy, he's not really a big a big fighter for his weight
Same
class.
size as height. His height and reach is the same as Terence Crawford.
Right. Okay.
So he's
Now,
he's a shorter guy with long arms, but he got obviously a lot more muscle than
right.
Terence Crawford. Yeah, but go ahead.
I mean, a lot more muscle. Now, Mobili, man, he put on a damn good performance. And now I will give Murdoch credit because he was taking a lot of punishment
He was, bro.
in the early rounds. Let me put it that way, in the early rounds, and he was showing that he had a beard. All right. Now, of course, he got hit behind the head a few times, but that's because Mobili was sitting down on those punches. I mean, every punch he threw, he was like with mean intentions as he was throwing them. Now, of course, that right hand, he was missing a lot with that right hand. He was dipping down to his left and he come up with the right hand with power, but he was missing it. Now, of course, if Murdoch would have got hit with them, I think he would have went down a lot sooner. But he still managed to come back with a counterpunch. And Billy, he did feel a couple of them punches from Murdoch. Now,
Mhm.
Now, the mistake that I think he made, it was that he should have stayed on the outside. He wanted to show Billy that, listen, I can hang with the best of them. And if you are the
Mhm.
best, then I'm going to show you that, hey, I'm going to hang with you. But Billy, now, once again, he broke him down. All right. He went the old fashioned way. He chopped the tree down. And that's what he did. Now, he wasn't in too much of a hurry and he didn't punch himself out. I think he punched himself out just a little bit. But still in all, everything I'm talking about, he fights in an orthodox stance. But he was throwing the left hand just as hard as the right hand. So, I mean, and the uppercut. So now the only thing about Billy is this is a fighter. They're strong. They can get you out of there, but you cannot time him. It's very hard to time him because he's throwing from the left side, he's throwing from the right side. He'll come with the uppercut. He'll go downstairs to the body. I mean, man, this dude is for real right now, and he haven't met his match yet. But
Mhm.
still, in all, he come from that same country that Ngannou come from, the one that knocked Fury down. So I mean, and a couple other fighters. Uh, uh, um, I forgot the other one's name. One I think he fought on Floyd Mayweather Promotions, something like that. But that part of the world, they can fight, they can punch. And so Mabili, man, he did a great job last night. Everything was hard. Everything was thrown hard. Everything was thrown with mean intentions. And he finally got him out of there. Now, Murdoch, he was game because I thought they were going to stop the fight a lot sooner than they did. But he wanted to go in there and try it again. And of course, Buddy Gert said, go right ahead. Well, no, not Buddy Gert.
His trainer, I don't know his trainer name.
Right,
They both from Australia though. But yeah, I
right,
know what you're
right,
talking about. He had the towel in his hand for a whole round, ready to throw
right,
that bitch.
right,
Rohan Murdoch was like, "Nah, I'm gonna fight hard and shit." But
right.
then the next round, he was like, "You know what, bro? Stop this shit.
Yeah,
Stop."
yeah, yeah, yeah. And man, it was crazy, man. But Billy, he did what he had to do. He do what he always do. And one thing about a fighter like that, I like to see a fighter that does that dominates, but he's exciting when he
Yeah, he
dominates.
exciting to watch
Right.
for sure.
He's
Yeah,
kind of
he's
like
fun to watch.
a Tank Davis, right? Tank
Nah, don't
Davis had
disrespect Tank. Don't
no.
disrespect Tank like that. Don't
Tank Davis
disrespect
is
Tank like that.
exciting too, right? He's exciting too because he's gonna knock somebody out. It just a matter of when.
Yeah,
That's how people
he ain't
always.
gonna take the punishment the NBA take though, and
Oh no!
he ain't always gotta knock you out on the inside. You know what
Oh
I
no!
mean? Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
Billy, he got a beard too now because I'm gonna
He
tell
got a
you,
beard. You know
Murdoch.
why you know he got a beard? Because he be getting hit all the
Yeah,
time.
all the time. I mean, last night Murdoch was hitting him with jabs. He's trying to find the uppercut. He caught him with that a couple times. But Billy, he took it and he came back and get it some more because he went in recklessly. That's one thing about Billy. He goes in there recklessly and he get hit. He get hit with counter punches.
Mhm.
But he come right back and with a catch and shoot, and then he hurt his opponent. So
Yeah.
and then he keep throwing and throwing and throwing till he
all the
get his
time.
opponent down. So but that's all I got on him. I can't wait to see him again. I would like to see him with a better competition. I would love to see that. So but that's all I have on that, man. I mean, I really enjoyed that fight. That fight, I can call that fight all day long.
Yeah,
So it's just exciting to me, and I like Murdoch, and I'm gonna keep track of this young man. All right. I mean, he did his best, but his best just wasn't good enough last night. So,
yeah,
but that's
yeah.
all I had. Uh-huh.
And Bilyeu is exciting, man. He's probably the best inside fighter in the division. The way when he gets inside, the angles that he takes, the way that he can shorten up his shots, the power that he's able to get on them in a short distance, and
Uh-huh.
and firing them uppercuts and two uppercuts at a time, or he threw three left hooks in one sequence that were just beautiful, man. And then he'll slow his punches down to land one real hard. I love watching him fight on the inside. Very, very exciting. His problem is on the way in. My wife is what's up, Miss KO? My beautiful wife in the building. The part
My
about
girl.
him is this: is navigating the distance to get on the inside. He takes a lot of punishment because his head movement is repetitive. It's easy to time. Murdoch timed him with a nice stiff jab a few times on his way to the inside. So his issue is going to be as he moves up in competition. He say he want to fight Canelo next, or when you think of David Benavidez, you think of David Morrell. His problem going to be, can he get inside on them without taking a kill shot? Because getting inside on them is a lot different than getting inside on somebody like a Rohan Murdoch. And then furthermore, with David Benavidez probably be the one to get you on your back foot. How you look boxing on your back foot? Those are the questions that you got to have for Christian and Bilyeu at this point in his career is, how does he look if somebody's able to push him back? And is he going to be able to fix his defense in order to be able to compete at the top level? Because you can't be taking shots from certain guys the way that he was taking from the
Yeah.
way that he was taking from this guy Rohan Murdoch. But overall, bro, nasty performance. Was mean the whole time. And one thing he has, OG, that you can't teach, and that just seems to be genetics, is for him to be carrying all that muscle. That man got a gas tank. That man
Yeah. I
gas
know.
tank, that
Yeah.
man gas tank is nasty, bro. For him, because how hard he throw and he don't stop and he just keep going the whole time,
Yeah.
but carrying all that muscle at the same time, that's some shit you can't teach. Most people with that type of muscle, they ain't able to go like that. That boy can go, and he go the whole time. So that's one thing he'll have in his favor is his ability to wear people down. And guys, they can't keep going with him. They can't just keep going with him, bro. He just keep going all the time. And it take a lot of energy to throw punches that hard, bro. Because you can tell he trying to throw hard
Oh
with
yeah.
kill
Yeah. You can tell,
and
can you? He
explosiveness. You know what I
bad.
mean? Like that shit different, man. So that's one thing he got going for him that's elite. His inside fighting is elite, but his
Uh-huh.
defense and fighting out at range are things that he needs to stay in the lab and continue to work on. Because if he can get some nasty head movement, the ability to like use some head movement and counter your shit, okay, now we talking about the next level, a guy that can compete at the top. Right now, I still think the guys at the top get him because he need to fix his defense, and I need to see a little bit more from him at range, because he's always just trying to make sure he gets inside and he doesn't really switch it up a lot. So that's what I got on him. But a great performance nonetheless.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Outstanding performance.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Drink More Water. Shout out to Miss Knockout Boxing 86 TV. What's going on, Medioel, in that super chat with the $10? Yes, sir. I appreciate you, brother. Always showing love. All right. What for the hook? All right. In that super chat. He said, I don't. Murdoch was standing up to all those heavy shots like that. What the hell was he on?
Yeah, I don't know how Murdoch
Oh,
was there. Yeah, that hey, them
man.
shots look
Yeah.
like they hurt. Like hey, they were making me hurt. I'm watching on TV screen like, damn, bro.
Man, man,
Damn.
yes, man. But he was taking them though, and Billy, like you say, he was throwing them hard, knockout. He was throwing
He
them
was.
hard, and like I say, he would dip down to his left, and he come with the right hand, and he just missed on Murdoch about a few inches. And if
Mhm.
he would have caught that on that left cheek, man, I think he would have been out for the count. for the rest
Bro,
of the
and
fight.
he got some creative ass punches. Like he throw like a hook overhand and shit, where he like throw it as a hook, but then throw it up and
Right.
then hit the dude on the skull and shit. Like he gonna break his hand like that, bro.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
gonna break
Yeah.
his hand throwing that punch like that. But that's how, if you go to his last fight before this one, he fought Damon Nicholson. That's how he knocked Damon Nicholson out with that punch. He
Yeah.
knocked him
Oh,
out
that
with that
same
punch.
point.
Yeah, that same damn punch with that overhand right hook shit that he throw. He caught him right there on the shit and just fucked this shit up and knocked him out. He crumbled. Like
Wow.
Damon Nicholson like fell straight down all slow and shit. Like I remember that shit, man. He a different type of dude, man. But shout out to Christian and Billy, man. He
But you
definitely
know
is
what?
somebody to watch looking forward. He's an exciting ass fighter, man.
But you know what, Billy, he need to work on his defense.
Yeah, fact.
He just get hit too much, and one day he's gonna run into someone that can punch, and they will catch him and hurt him, and then finish him off. So
Or
he need to.
somebody that can keep doing that jab, like them couple of jabs that Rohan Murdoch kept catching him with, timing him and shit on his way in or whatever. He gonna
Right.
run into somebody that they jab is so good and they timing is so good that they gonna be able to do that shit much more frequently,
Wow.
and they can run some punishment up on him, and they'll land the jab and be catching some shit behind, like throwing some shit behind it. So he gonna have to really work on that defense. All aggression and no
Sure.
defense, that's
Mhm.
not gonna get the job done where he fighting there, because them dudes punch hard. Shout out to Joseph Jackson with the 5-piece in the cash app. He says praying for y'all Cowboys because y'all iffy, man. We gonna handle them damn Packers, man. We gonna handle that. That's gonna be easy work, man. That's gonna be easy work. All right, OG. So before we get to Beterbivei, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, you told me that you had wanted to talk about them.
Yeah.
What was it that you wanted to talk about, man, to the people today, man, on Spence and Crawford? I know they've been tweeting and shit. I seen Bud was tweeting earlier today too. But what's going on with them two, man? What's happening?
Now I didn't catch earlier today tweets, but of course, we know what Bud Crawford been saying lately. We know he been going back and forth on Twitter and or Instagram. I don't know which one, but he doesn't want to fight now. All right, now this is not my words. This is his words. He wants to just say, "Hey, look, what? I'm gonna take 2024 off. I want to travel, go on vacation, take trips, and let's see what happens when I get back." He want to give up fighting. He said he might not come back. Now, I had to take a look at that, and I did some thinking on this, and I said, well, we know Bud Crawford, and he likes to exaggerate. Oh no, no, what? Let me take that back. He lies a lot. Okay, let me put it that way. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to give you the straight up truth here, right? He lies a lot, and like I say, leopard don't change their stripes, and to me, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
everybody, what I'm saying? I mean, Earl Spence fans and Chance Crawford fans, they said, well, we don't want to see this rematch, KQ, because see, this rematch is kind of like, the same thing going to happen. Bud gonna dominate. Bud probably do him worse. But you know, I don't think so. I think that Bud Crawford is trying to sell this fight. He's trying to sell this fight, and I think him and Earl Spence, they got a relationship now. Not a personal like cool relationship. I'm talking about a business relationship where look, we got to make this money, man. Because now if this ain't in the contract, he got to fight Earl Spence. You're just not gonna like say, okay, you know what, forget it. I'm walking away. No, you can't walk away, baby. All right, you signed that contract, you can walk right into that courtroom. That's what you're gonna walk into, So that's why I say, no, listen, this got to be pretty much just all talk, and just to sell the fight, and that way get us talking about it again. Here comes Earl Spence. He didn't have to fight. He didn't have to film the cataract surgery, but he did. So that got you talking, me talking, everybody's talking. So this rematch is starting to build. It's starting to build. Now we don't have a date yet. Now Amazon Prime, they are talking about starting off in March. So that means that okay, this rematch is starting to build a little bit more, y'all. All right, it's starting to build, and now it's gonna start taking legs. Then next thing you know, here we go. We're gonna say, okay, well, Earl, he looking better now. They fighting at 154. Oh man, that means that Earl Spence, man, he can fight with comfortability. He's comfortable now. So, but still in all, like I said to everyone knockout on my channel,
Mhm.
listen, I don't care about who win or lose. All right, I want to be a competitive fight. I do. All right, now whoever wins, they win. That's it. But right now, I
Yeah.
think Bud Crawford knows that. Okay, Canelo don't want to fight him. He don't want to fight Jamel Charlo anymore. So who he's gonna really make money with? Think about it. He's only gonna make money with Earl Spence
Mhm.
because that's the only one right now that's out there at 154. Now, of course, he don't want Tim Zoo, a high risk, a low reward. So therefore, okay, Earl, we got to do this. All right, we got to do this, and that's what's gonna happen. Yes, with dogs, Bud will win. Yes, probably so, but that ain't the point. The point is to sell the fight, and this is what we don't have in Saudi Arabia. See, you ain't got guys, Bud Crawford fans, Earl Spence fans in Saudi Arabia. No, we got them here, and that's what's good for the sport. You talk your ish, I talk my ish, and then we get this fight going. So
Mhm.
now I think the rematch is going to take legs. At first, nobody want to see it, but
Mhm.
now gradually, I hear people talking about it slowly but surely. So that's what I'm talking about. Knockout. I can't believe anything Terence Crawford says. And this just Terence Crawford. He's just Terence Crawford. Now, yes, I will say he probably is mad because he's not fighter of the year. No, he still got that diva in him, but still, hey, it is what it is. It's all opinionated. What I tell you last night, pound
Mhm.
for pound, and also fighter of the year, all that is opinionated. But I doubt very seriously that Terence Crawford will walk away from this rematch. Well, of
Yeah.
course, if he want to give up some money, then that's on him. But I doubt if he walk away from this rematch. And I think Earl Spence is getting everything he need to get done so he can get busy to work. Now, I'm
That's
not
the issue.
okay.
That,
Excuse me.
that's the issue. No, number
Yeah.
one, I care who win. I'm gonna be rooting like a motherfucker for Earl Spence Jr. Even though I'm
Okay.
picking Bud Crawford to win the rematch because you can't ignore
Right.
the first fight. Like, but I care. I want Earl to win, bro. I'm be
Okay.
rooting for him like a motherfucker. But it's tall task. Bud Crawford proved he a bad boy, so my brain is gonna pick Bud Crawford to win. That's the first point. But this is what so basically we on the outside looking in. We both know this. I honestly think that Bud Crawford is upset because they probably had a date for the rematch, OG, and it probably got pushed back because of this surgery that Spence waited to get.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where the frustration comes from, because maybe they had a date for March, maybe it was April, but because of this surgery, Spence is not going to be able to train probably for a couple of months because it takes 4 to 6 weeks for it to heal for a regular person. Now, how long for it to heal for you to be cleared to actually box and actually spar and actually do the things you need to do to be able to get ready for a fight?
4 to 6 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the frustration where maybe they had a date, maybe they were supposed to announce it, and then now boom, here you are getting surgery, and now we got to push the fight back.
Okay.
And I think that's where the frustration is coming from. I don't know if it's to build the fight, because to me it seemed like a weird way to build the fight up is to, like, hey, you already lost. Now go show the world that you got surgery and shit. Now people gonna be like, hold on, bro. So car wrecks, one eye surgery, fight them, get whooped on. Now you just showed us you having another eye surgery. People gonna be looking like, bro, you ain't got no shot, bro. Like what are we doing, bro? You broken down. So I don't know if that's a way to sell the fight, but I do know that again, Earl Spence is somebody that you can trust his word because he's done everything that he says he's gonna do. So he's still saying he wants the rematch. I'm gonna hold him to that until he shows me that he's lying to me. But what I will say is where Bud Crawford's frustration comes from is probably the fact that they're gonna have to push this fight back, bro. Obviously, you can't, like, if it was for March or April or whenever it might have been for, it can't be for that date no more, coming off of an eye surgery. So that shit gonna have to get pushed back. And I think that's why he's talking about, man, I might just travel the whole year, or man, it is what it is. Like, at least the shit's over and done with now, because he's getting mad. Because he said the shit's over and done with, and at least we can both move on. And then Errol tweeted out, man, stop crying. You know what I'm saying? Let's run it back. So what I'm thinking is Bud got that call from Al Heyman or whoever. Hey, we know we had to fight for this or whatever, but as you can see, Errol just got a surgery, so we're gonna have to push it back to X, Y, and Z date, or to this date in here. So now he got, because remember, he also tweeted out, man, I want to stay active, but these fighters keep ducking me, or this keep, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm thinking is, just from the outside looking in, bro, I think he mad that the shit got pushed back because of Errol's surgery, bro. That's how, because you got to think of it like from Errol's perspective, this ain't no way to sell a fight. Because I can remember, and I'm sure you can too, KQ. I can remember what Errol was saying going into the fight about what he was gonna do to Bud Crawford and how he had the best camp ever and how he was as healthy as he ever been. But now you telling us that you missed the surgery that you supposed to been done had, bro. So which one was it? Was you as healthy as you ever been, or were you supposed to been done had this eye surgery that you skipped out on in the biggest fight of your life? Like, which one is it, bro? And so now people are looking at him like, can we trust? So you had an eye surgery, OG, and then you go to fight Bud Crawford, and you're gonna be saying the same shit. Can we believe that, bro? Can we trust that? Like, how do we know that you ain't got some other injury that's going on? Or how we know that you really having a good camp like you said you were having? Because now you talking about a bad camp. You talking about you couldn't see and shit. So it's just, I think it's a weird way to sell a fight that a lot of people are like, bro, we kind of know the outcome. We ain't checking for it like that. But I want Errol to get his rematch because he was able to negotiate it, and he deserves to go out on his shield and try to get his get back. But I just think Bud Crawford is upset because motherfucker is like pushing this fight back again, and it's because Errol got a surgery, bro. That's what I think. Because if you Bud Crawford, OG, and you trust Errol's word, and Errol said he been needing this surgery, okay, you knew you had to rematch. Why didn't you get that shit in August, September, October, November? Why did you wait to January when you know the PBC is trying to announce their fight cards for March real soon? I expect them sometime next week. Why would you wait till January? You rich as shit. You can get doctors to perform surgery at any time you want them to perform surgery. They'll open up the schedule for you. You couldn't schedule this shit for August, September, October, November, December, so you could at least have that 4 to 6 weeks out the way, and then be able to, like, so I get the frustration. I don't fuck with Bud Crawford at all, bro. I ain't a Bud Crawford fan, but if I'm in somebody's shoes, if me and you supposed to fight, KQ, and we fight and you beat me, and after you beat me, I say I want my rematch immediately or whatever, and then I wait till 4 months after our first fight to get my surgery, and then I push your fight day back, you're gonna be pissed off at me too. You gonna be mad at me. You're like, damn, bro, like, so we supposed to fight real soon, and then you go get the surgery to push our shit back? Why did you get that shit? We fought way in July last year. Why did you get that shit 2-3 months ago? You be mad too. So I get it, bro. Like, I just hope that Errol can be as healthy as he can be. He'll never be 100% again, and I hope that he gets the rematch that he deserves. Or if he's not gonna fight again, or if they're gonna push it back too long, the same thing I say about Jerome Business and Jamel Charlo. I hate saying this, but it's the truth, OG, and that's this, man. Like, if it's gonna put Errol out a whole another year, or he gonna be out 6 to 8 months, or something like that, if it's worse than what they letting on or whatever, he shouldn't be able to hold up Terence Crawford's career, bro.
Oh no,
he shouldn't be able to hold up his career. Bud should be able to take another fight if it's gonna be a whole another 6 to 8 months, and they talking about trying to make the fight at the end of this year. He shouldn't have to wait that long, bro. So that's just my opinion. That's what I think is going on, man.
Well, I kind of agree with you in a way because, yeah, I don't blame Bud. I mean, yeah, he probably mad, upset because when you train, it's a chance that you're gonna overtrain. It's a chance that you got to pull off a little bit and just not spar or whatever. Because like I said, you can overtrain and still hurt you in the fight. And then of course, then I think about Earl Spence and of course Al Heyman. You got to put on your best guys or put on your best foot forward when you go on to Amazon Prime. You got to put on your best show because you want
Yeah.
more dates, you want a bigger budget. So
Facts.
so think about it. If Earl is trying to prolong a little bit so they get the platform and everything right, and you put on him, you put on Tank, you put on the best of the best, and then you sell that. So maybe that's it. I don't know. I just don't think it's just it got to be something else. Maybe I'm just not hitting it right on the head, but I just don't think it. No, yes,
I
Bud is.
damn sure don't think he retiring. I agree with you, Dave, bro. You ain't retiring. Stop, bro. You're not retiring from the sport at
No.
all.
So, yeah. What's up? Watch for the hook, baby. Yes, sir. He said, "Have y'all seen that snack program scandal documentary of YT? It makes
On
you think
YouTube.
how Bud didn't really celebrate after the win." Okay.
Nah, I ain't seen it, bro.
No, I ain't
I,
seen
I ain't
that.
seen the watch for the hook.
Yeah, I didn't. But
I ain't seen it. I just know when you again, I ain't calling nobody in snack, no drug cheat or nothing like that. But
right.
when you attach yourself to thieves, don't be surprised if a motherfucker say you stealing shit. So if you attach yourself to somebody that went to the federal penitentiary for performance enhancing drugs and steroids and shit, don't be surprised when people attach you to that motherfucker. So when you go to snack, you know exactly who Victor Conti is. You know what he's been convicted of, not accused. You know what he's been convicted of in the past. So when motherfuckers try to put that on you or whatever, they just come with it. I ain't saying nobody cheating. I'm not saying no shit like that. I'm just saying, y'all know how this shit go, especially all of us in here that's black Americans and shit. You know how that shit go, man. You hanging with somebody and they doing something, then your name gonna get attached to that shit. Everybody knows that. So don't be surprised when it happens. When people like, hold on a minute, bro. Victor Conte did what? And you hanging out with him? So, nah,
Exactly.
I ain't surprised by that shit, man.
Guilty by association sometimes happens a
Mhm.
lot.
It
And,
does.
and one thing about it is nobody cheating or anything because the vitamins they take, and like I say, they're not illegal, anything, but they, like I say, why would you take something that's gonna blow you up like birth control pills or something? So I mean, natural
Shit,
is natural.
Victor Conte himself was like, "Yeah, I know how to make sure everybody passes a drug test every time." Like he's
I
saying
mean,
shit like that. Like,
right. I mean,
come on, bro. Like, how can you? Why, so it's gonna come with it, dog. Like, the man is telling you openly, like, man, I got some shit so cold, man, they'll never catch you.
yeah. So but Watch for the Hooks also said he made Earl wait 15 months. Bud would be alright. Okay. Yeah, oh yeah,
Nah,
Bud gonna
I
be all
feel
right.
that too.
Yeah.
I feel that too. Like they could have
Mhm.
fought in 2022.
Yeah.
Nobody was asking for an Avenesian fight and shit. You could have took the first deal. You made that man wait, and he stood
Yeah.
on his ground and shit. Now wait for a little bit, goddamn it. So I ain't mad at none of that shit, bro. I ain't mad at Bud being mad for pushing it back, and I ain't mad at Earl saying, "Look, I gotta take my time, make sure I go in this bitch right." So you gonna have to wait. I got the contract, so whatever, bro. Whatever. I hope they work whatever it is out, man. That's really all I got
Yeah.
on that shit, man. The big fight of the
Right.
night, though, man. That Russian bear, that damn Russian military grade weapon, this motherfucking cyborg, goddamn Wolverine, fucking mutant. This goddamn Arthur Beterbiev OG. He a bad boy, man. He a bad boy. Y'all can have Bivol
Man.
all y'all want to.
Woo.
Somebody gonna have to show me something with Archer, bro. Somebody gonna have to show
Man.
me they can do something with Beterbiev. That's a different animal right there, man. What you think of his performance last night, bro?
Man. All
Holding
right.
like a lawn chair, man.
roll in a four
Hold on,
though.
what up?
He said excuses, huh?
Nah, ain't no excuses, bro. Bud did his thing. Shout out to the homie
Yeah,
Rolo in the photo, man. My Texas
yes, sir.
brethren in the building.
All right.
So
Yes.
Rolo.
Yeah, so what's up, Rolo? But anyway, listen. Arthur King Arthur Batavia. Man, this young man, and I'm not gonna say young man because he is 38 years of age, and he is still fighting. And I'm almost confident that he got bricks in both of them hands. And what makes it so bad? We were speaking about it earlier, and his jab is lethal. That jab is lethal, and he just don't throw the straight stick. I mean, he whop you across the head with that stick. He'll slap you with it. It's just the way he fights. And also, for good measure, on the break, he'll slap you again with it. One thing about it is he took his time last night. That's what I liked about it because he knew that he was fighting a taller fighter, another a fighter with a longer reach, and he want to see where the punches are coming from. All right. So drink more water. I bet Beterbivei
Me
fine.
too, drink. Me
Yeah.
too, drink. Yeah, eating
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Eating
Okay.
good, drink, drink. Hey, me too, brother. Me too, brother. I ain't even having no playoff football party. I might just order 100 wings from Wingstop just because. I might just order them. Hey, drink. Drink living good, drink. Me too, drink.
Man, I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
put some money down. But anyway, but this young man, and I believe what the young man said earlier in the chat. This guy is gonna be hard to beat, especially at a later age that he in. I mean, it's just that he has now. Now, of course, we know he had elevated testosterone in him. Of course, Eddie Hearn's okay with that because that's not his fighter. Callum Smith was his fighter, but they are okay with this high level of testosterone. Now, I'm not okay with it because I believe that it's still illegal. But they went on and let the fight go. So, okay, we got to talk about it. Now, one thing about it is Beterbivei, I mean, he did what he set out to do. He set out to knock this guy out. And now he is 20-0 with 20 KOs. Every time he step in that ring, 100%, he's going to knock you out. That's just the facts. Now, one thing about it is he did take his time. He did see where the jabs was coming from. And Callum Smith, he was game, he was good, but he just didn't have enough power to pretty much put him on the back foot. He just didn't have enough power to stop him from coming in. Now, one thing I can say about Beterbivei, he's dangerous. He's a dangerous fighter, but he's a cautious fighter. He a cautious fighter. He didn't run in there reckless. He didn't run in there reckless. He changed angles. He moved to the left, moved to the right, trying to find a way to get under that stick. And that was a long stick at that, you know? So one thing he did was he found a way in. He stepped to the side and then slapped him with that jab again. Now, he used that jab all kind of ways. You know how your grandmama used to slap you with the backhand and a front hand? And I mean, That was how he would throw it, right? And one thing about it, you can see Callum Smith. Every round you can see the eyes swelling up. You can see his hair going back, parting down the middle. You can see everything that he's doing, Beterbivei is doing to him, and he's breaking them down round by round. Now, of course, I thought it would be earlier than that, but of course, with Callum Smith, he did have a great jab. And that great jab kept Beterbivei off of him. And that got him to pretty much step around, step over, but he was cutting off the ring and backing him up. So, but Beterbivei, everything he threw with mean intentions. Now, you talking about Bilyeu? Now, Beterbivei, he does this just because. That's just the way he fights. No, now, he is not trying hard to throw a brick hand, but he going to throw that brick hand. It's just the way it lands, and that's just he got that power. That's just natural power. And one thing about it is he hurt Callum Smith a couple times, and it just was a matter of time before he hurt him and knocked him down, in which he
Yeah.
did the first time. Then of course he got up at the 8 count. Okay, now he's showing a little dog in him. Then of course he got knocked down again. Then of
But
course,
McGirt jumped in the ring.
right. So so Buddy Girl,
Stop this shit. You
stepped in
see
the
me. You
wrong
stop
ring.
this
He said, stop. Just stop. Right. But the referee kept counting. He said, "Goddamn, stop!"
Yes, bro.
But he didn't want his fighter getting up, and of course, that's a good stoppage. Now
Mm-hmm.
that's a good stoppage because there's nothing he can do or anything that he can do to pretty much stop Beterbivei from coming in and give him another beatdown. So but this guy is hard to beat. Now, of course, Demetrius Bibble is someone that can give him a run for his money. Demetrius Bibble always pumping out that jab every 2 seconds. He always letting his hands go every 2 seconds. But is that enough? Is that enough to deter him? See,
That
that's
shit
what
gonna
you
get
got to think.
timed.
Yeah,
That shit
that's
gonna
what you
get
think.
time. Like that shit gonna get time. Like
Yeah.
people don't understand. Like Beterbiev is a master boxer on top. Like the timing and the IQ and the jab, bro. He different. It ain't just power. People think it's just the power. OG, you go watch him. First of all, he made you forget that Callum Smith was like damn near 5 inches taller than him with 5-inch longer arms.
Yeah.
His jab is varied. It come from up underneath. It can come from straight, and it hurt, bro. He's just his timing is too good for like. First of all, Bivol won't be throwing that many punches. He's gonna be too worried about what's coming back at him. He's gonna be worried too much. So all that usual shit you see, you're not gonna see that. And Bivol swells up. You can see his eyes get puffy and shit. It's gonna be bad, bro. And the way that he did Callum Smith was so dirty. My bad. I ain't mean to cut you off. I let you keep going.
Go ahead.
So the way that he did Callum Smith, number one, when he started timing him early in the fight and showed that patience with that jab that he got, he knows who he is. He knows for a fact you can't last 36 minutes with me. I'm gonna start with this jab. And just go look at Callum's whole face off of a jab, bro. His eye was getting shut up. His nose was getting swollen. He had nothing but red shit around both his eyes off of a jab. And then when he started throwing that right hand behind it, we talking about like 6-inch punches that he wasn't really just throwing hard, but you could just see Callum Smith's body in his head just going all over the place, just going in and out, just bending down like, damn, I know that shit hurt. And Buddy McGirt jumped in the ring because that's how it looked like on TV for us. Imagine if you there and you hear them punches and you see how Callum is reacting to him and shit. That's why he jumped in the ring like, nah, dog, I'm not finna this shit. He was scared for Callum, like, say, bro, stop the fight. He ain't throw no towel in. He put his whole body in the ring, like, say, bro, stop this shit. Stop this shit. And Beterbiev seen this new, because he did the same thing to Joe Smith. This new dude that don't come at you 100 miles per hour, that's just peppering the jab, working off his back foot, softening you up a little bit. This guy ain't nothing nobody want to see, bro. He ain't nothing nobody want to see. Again, he is the fighter. You just gotta wait on him to get old. Or you gotta hope you gotta hope that he pull a Khabib and just lead the sport when he undefeated and at the top and just be like, you know what, I'm tired of this shit. I'm gonna go coach.
He's 38 now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta hope he just be like, you know what, I'm tired of this shit, bro. I'm just gonna go do something else. This shit too easy. That's what they have to hope for at the light heavyweight division, bro. Is that he just get tired of boxing, bro. Because as long as he's dedicated, as long as he healthy, this shit a problem, bro. Like it's not because he hit too hard and he too patient and his skills are too good for you to do anything with him. And he finishes strong. And you know you can't last 12 rounds unless you and then you put all this pressure on yourself when you fighting them to try to be perfect, to try to do the right things and shit. And then when you hit him, you know that you can't fuck with him when he finally hits you. And so you like trying to prove that you tough, even though you know you can't take his punches. So you end up trying to let your bravado take over. It's just all bad. It's just all bad. They have to hope that he gets old or leaves. That's it. That's your shot. Bivol is in trouble, man.
Yeah,
he's in trouble. That fight, y'all people think it's close, and okay, all right, man. But Beterbiev is going to demolish that man, bro. Because Beterbiev don't like that he made him wait this long. Like y'all are getting a professional. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm just trying to fight, do my job, beat you up and stop you. That's what you've been getting. When he get in there with Bivol, the stakes are gonna be at their highest. He's gonna be mad. He's gonna be like, it's not gonna go well.
Wow.
It's not gonna go well. He talking he got 10 more years left, so he ain't like, I don't know if he can go to he 48 years old, but he ain't slowing down no time soon.
Man, wow.
He gonna do all dirty, OG. He gonna do him bad.
And what makes it so bad? Beterbivei is nothing that sticks out when you see him. He don't have a long reach. He's not that tall. I mean, he's not real muscular. I mean, it doesn't stick out until he get in that square circle, and then he start boxing, and then he start hitting you. Then that's when you hear the punches. That's when you see the power. All that comes out. What looking at him by the eye test, you be like, oh, well, that's gonna be easy work. It look like easy work, right? But it's not easy work. Once you get in there, you feel them punches, man. Now you're gonna be on your defense. So, but
his timing is what sets all of that shit up, man. His timing is something special.
yeah,
To have special timing and unworldly power, that's just, it's not a fair fight. Bivol is a great boxer, a kilo neither. This dude different. I'm telling y'all, bro. Okay, all right, man. Like that shit it's gonna be bad because all of that jabbing, keeping distance and shit, all that shit sound good till he jump in with one of them power jabs, and one little jump in jab from him changed the whole goddamn fight. He jump in and land one of them power jabs, it changed the whole fight. The whole goddamn fight. So that's how he gonna get in on the distance. He jumps in with his jab sometimes.
Yeah.
Your time is just right when you throwing your shit and he'll jump in with it. And then now what? And then Bivol ain't cracking like that. He don't hit hard to keep him up off of him. Okay.
Right.
All right, good luck.
Now Trent, notice it on OG. I was on the phone with John Scully, who trains Beterbivei, and I heard what sounded like doors slamming. And I asked him, who is in there slamming doors? He said, no, that is Arthur hitting the heavy bag. So that shows you he got power. That shows you that, think about the heavy bag and think about your body. And that what breaks you down. Of course, Kellen Smith. I have no doubt that blood might be coming out of him as you go to the bathroom for a week. That's how I see it. Because he was working on that body last night. And I'm talking about a couple fights. They was doing nothing but body work. Great body work at that. So.
And he was countering Callum. I just want everyone to go. He was countering Callum with little check level hooks and shit. And they was stopping, like he was doing everything, bro. He was in that bitch doing everything, and he cussed the ring off so well. Like that's what y'all gotta like. You put Bivol in there with Beterbivei, right? All of that shit that like where you can make a motherfucker stop, or you think you're gonna turn, you're gonna pivot. He's not gonna stop coming, bro. And it's behind some of the most decorated amateur experience. Like it's three amateurs, right? You got Beterbivei, you got Sergey Kovalev, and you got Dmitry Bivol. They're the most decorated amateur boxers in Russian boxing history, bro. So his pedigree is unworldly, except for when he went professional. His power is just way different than everybody else's, and he's mean. All right, bro.
Oh yeah, he mean, yeah.
All right, bro. Like, good luck. Good luck to Bivol. I got Beterbivei dogging him though, in a fight that's easier than a lot of y'all think.
Yeah.
Like Joe Smith. Like, I don't do triangle theories, but Joe Smith went the distance with Bivol and was never really threatening that fight. He couldn't go a round and a half with a 36, 37-year-old Beterbivei, bro.
Wow.
Like this shit different. Like Canelo was in there. Like there's a listen, Canelo is one of the most cherry pickingest, fucking picky fighters that you will ever meet.
Yes, sir.
Canelo said, "I want to be undisputed at 175 pounds." It was a dude with 2 belts, and it was a dude with 1 belt. He said, "I'm just gonna fight Dmitry Bivol, dog. I'm not finna go." There's a reason he chose Bivol over Beterbivei. And every time Beterbivei be like, "I'll fight Canelo gladly. Like, if he wants to fight me, I'll fight him." Man, don't nobody from Canelo fan base, Don't nobody from Canelo camp, Canelo himself. They don't say shit. They don't even act, they act like Beterbiev don't exist, bro. And he done said he'll fight Canelo like 100 times, and Canelo ain't said a goddamn thing. Like, nope, I'm good. There's a reason for that.
Oh yeah.
There's a reason for that, bro. There's fucking what David Benavidez, the boogeyman out this bitch. David Benavidez is nasty at 168. He said, I'll move up to 175 and I'll fight Dimitri Bivol. He ain't said shit about Beterbiev.
No.
He ain't said a motherfucking thing about it. And guess what Beterbiev said? He said, if David wants to move up and fight me, I'll fight David Benavidez too. I'll fight David Benavidez if he want to move up and fight me. And David respond to everybody. If you say you want to fight David, David is like, yeah, what, man? Hell yeah, we can get it cracking. Hell yeah, we can get it popping. Yeah. He ain't said shit about Beterbiev, not yet. He ain't said a motherfucking thing. He like, you know what? I'm gonna leave him alone. I want Dimitri Bivol. If Canelo don't want me, I'll move up and I'll fight Dimitri Bivol. Ain't nobody saying shit about that man, bro. And it's for a reason.
Yeah.
It's for a reason. Benavidez ain't responded yet. He responded to Jamal Charlo, David Morrell, fucking Demetrius Andrade, Canelo Alvarez, Dimitri Bivol, all of them.
Right.
You respond to all of them. But Beterbiev said, oh, he want to move up to 175. Shit, I'll fight him. I got 3 belts. What's up? He didn't say shit. He ain't say a motherfucking thing, boy. Hey, y'all better pay attention to how boxers move around this man. They know.
Man.
They know. And look at how trainer Buddy McGirt is a Hall of Fame trainer that was a former fighter himself, and he done trained for a long ass time. When you ever seen Buddy McGirt get in the ring and stop a fight like that, bro?
Man, long time.
When the last time you seen him jump all the way in the ring and be like, yo, stop this shit. Stop this shit.
Man.
Stop this
and
shit.
The other guy on the side was like, man, you can't do that. You can't do that, man. He went on in there.
He went in that motherfucker. The last time I remember him getting on the apron like that, I believe, was when Floyd was whooping the shit out of Arturo Gatti.
Okay.
That's the last time I remember, because he was Arturo Gotti's trainer. When Floyd was whooping the shit out of Arturo Gatti, that was the last time I seen him just hopping on the apron trying to stop a fight like that, bro. Wow. So yeah, y'all all that shit about Beterbiev being older and all that shit, man, he gonna beat the brakes off of Bivol, bro. He gonna do Bivol dirty, man. That's really all I got on it. And shout out to the homie Cash Out in the KP from KC with the 5-piece in the Cash App. He say Beterbiev is the Undertaker. Yeah, that boy nasty.
Yeah,
that boy nasty, dog.
Oh yeah,
y'all gonna see though. It always take the big fight that everybody thinks is a close fight for people to see. Y'all gonna see. Just like I told y'all was gonna see with Monster Inouye and Cool Boy Steph. When Beterbiev and Bivol square up over there in Saudi Arabia, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see.
Oh yeah. But only one I see, like I say, come close. It is Dimitri Bivol, but I don't think he can beat him. But yes, he can give him competition, he can give him rounds, but I don't think he can beat him. So that's how I see it. So
I agree.
But that's all I got on him, Knockout. That's all
Me too, man. Who we got fighting this week, man, that we can preview for the people real quick? Who is the schedule for next week? Ain't Michaela Mayer fighting Natasha?
Yeah, she's fighting who's that? Jonas.
Yeah, she's fighting Jonas. We got that coming up. Let me see what else. That's really the main one, January.
Joseph Jackson, what's going on?
Yeah, so that's the main card, y'all. Natasha Jonas and Michaela Mayer will be fighting on January 20th. So next Saturday on ESPN Plus. That's gonna be a good fight. Michaela Mayer stepping up to welterweight for the first time. Natasha Jonas, southpaw with some good power, some good time, and a good straight left hand. That's gonna be a good.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a damn good fight. So I can't wait to watch it. OG, you got anything else before we wrap the show?
No, that's about it. I definitely will be live tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, and of course, make sure you go check out Knockout Boxing. Okay, he will be live this week also, and hey, that's all I have. I hope everybody have a good Sunday afternoon. Hope everybody have a good week, and so yeah, that's all I got. Knockout.
Me too, man. I'll be live tomorrow night, y'all, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, Wednesday and Thursday as well. And then obviously we'll be dropping daily content every day. But go Cowboys, OG. I appreciate you, man. Another great show. And we'll see y'all next week on my platform. But everybody, y'all smash the like button on the way out.
Yes, sir. All right. Everybody
Yes,
have a
sir.
good one. And I will see y'all later. All right. Peace and love. And hey, we living it up.
This song is dedicated to all those ballers out there and all those hustlers and just people out there just getting their money on, you know what I'm saying? To all of you haters, just remember this. I'm living it up, y'all.
In my lifetime, haters tried to put me down, telling me things I couldn't do and goals I won't achieve. Even my best friends used to tell me